What's good, GATV family? It's your boy Gravitating Away, and I'm right back at it again. This one is a real fun topic. It's not one that I truly care too much about, but it's in this space. So why not? Let's discuss it. There has been somewhat of an uproar in the union of the Brat and Jessica Dupart, man. Recently, the Brat revealed that her and her wife opted to go with a white male semen specimen to be the choice of a donor for their soon to be child, right? Without going on and on about this, I'm going to have y'all listen to the Brat explaining the situation herself. Then I'm going to drop Dr. Umar Johnson's viewpoint on this. As we go along, I will drop my own commentary here and there about the entire matter. Just rock with me. Stay patient, all right?
Next, we had to select a sperm donor. Now, there were three. People said, "Why didn't y'all use somebody y'all know?" We didn't want to do that. We didn't want anything weird. We didn't want to use anybody we knew. We wanted to go to a sperm donor. So we had like 3 or 4 sperm donor cryobanks that were very reputable from our doctors, and we have amazing doctors: Dr. A, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Kim Lipscomb. And Dr. Collier, of course, and the cryobanks. There were thousands of donors, thousands. We never thought we would have any issues choosing a black donor. So we both knew we were looking for black donors. There wasn't no questions about that, no doubt. We wanted a black kid. We didn't think of anything else, right? So my wife had to do a genetic test to see what diseases ran in her bloodline. These are tests that you have to do because your donor cannot have the same diseases or traits in the bloodline because that can make your child end up having these diseases. So my wife had like 4 or 5 different things in her bloodline that could not mix with the donor because, we didn't want the child to possibly end up carrying a disease because we just want a healthy baby to love and just nourish, nurture and take care of. Anyway, this narrowed our options down to a couple of hundred with one black donor. Okay, one
Wow.
black donor, one.
Man.
And yes, I cracked a joke on our show that he looked like Jiminy Cricket, and I was not having that. But also, we went back through each sperm bank to see if this is really all we had. And it was one choice, and the one choice was not what I wanted to choose. Plus, his portfolio was very limited. Like, they give you so many different things, and you can pay more and more money to dig deep and go back in their family tree and all this stuff. So we wanted to investigate, and it was very limited, so we couldn't do that. And we waited as long as we could with hopes that more black donors would pop up, and they didn't. Now we're on a time frame, so that didn't happen. Now, our only options, y'all, were Asian and Caucasian.
All right, check me out. We're about to go see Dr. Umar. I could only imagine how he's gonna go off, especially how he feels about snow bunnies. Um, it's just interesting. All of this is quite interesting. I find it humorous. There's so much going on, but these are the stuff to get our emotions going. But like I said before, it's a part of the space. Let's just check it out. Because honestly, I would like to know the bulk of y'all's opinion on this matter. When the video's through, man, honestly, give your opinion and give your take on this. Because I'm not privy to understanding how people feel about all of this. I don't know if y'all like me. Personally, I could care less. I really could care less, man. But let's check out Dr. Umar real quick.
Lord have mercy. On some heterosexual energy, of course. On some heterosexual energy, of course. But my issue with the Brat and the Queen, y'all doing the sperm donation thing, right? Disrespect. I love the Brat. They doing the sperm donation thing, which I don't support. Something about that whole sperm donor piece
Hey, check your
sounds
stuff,
quite
doctor.
un-African and quite unnatural.
Let me find out the good doctor bumps tracks like this real quick.
What do y'all think about that, brothers and sisters? Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. To me, that sounds awfully un-African, awfully unnatural. To get sperm from a man you do not know, to get sperm from a man you do not love, to get sperm from a complete stranger, to cut the child off from their other biological parent forever.
And that's the thing for me personally, when it was first brought, to my attention that you could get paid for basically dumping nut in a cup. I'm just saying, I hate to be vulgar like that, but there's those of us, particularly in my circle, that we thought about that. But I don't know what it is about me. And this is before I had any children. I remember thinking, so there's going to be a kid out there, a child, I'm sorry, kid is a baby goat, but there's going to be a child out there, you know, with my DNA, my seed, but I got to sign paperwork, you know, basically preventing the child from knowing who I am, you know, from me helping raise this child, boy or girl. I couldn't live with that. So for me personally, that's why I never went with it. There's no amount of money in the world that'll get me to have it in the back of my head to wonder and ponder, do I have a child out there running, you know, about? I couldn't go through with it. So that's where, for me, that I do wonder about these certain protocols. You know, how does that go for y'all? You know, do y'all feel the same? Let me know.
Something don't feel right about that, brothers and sisters. Here's what I would like the brat and her wife to do. And I don't support same-sex relationships, but here's what I would like for the brat and her wife to do. Although I don't support same-sex relationships, I want them to go find a man and co-wife a man, and the brat can get naturally impregnated by an unapologetically African alpha male.
Not a chance.
And there you go. You got a child, she got a child, and y'all have a man. That's the natural way right there. Why don't y'all just bring a black man into the mix? Why don't y'all just bring a black man into the mix? Why don't the brat, who was beautiful, and her wife, can't even believe I'm saying that, and her wife, who is beautiful, why don't
Jessica Dupart is beautiful. The brat got a baby on her arm. I'm not gonna lie, man. That girl is real nice. I'm gonna just leave it there, but she real nice, man.
they just bring a black man into the mix and they can get all the babies they want? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? All they got to do is turn that into a polygynous queendom. Bring a man into the situation. That's what I want to do. I'm going to go on a campaign for all my lesbian sisters to transform your lesbian marriage into a heterosexual queendom, polygynous queendom, heterosexual polygynous queen. Bring a man into the equation. Stop loving on each other, start loving on a man. Bring a man into the equation, brothers and sisters.
For real.
See, we got to revolutionize Black America. Why do I care? Because I am a that's the dumbest question that you've ever asked.
Hey, listen, man. One thing I understand about this internet thing, you know, especially me coming to this space, it's been said over and over again. The internet is undefeated. Even in saying that, listen, we are human. So when I see Dr. Umar break character, if even, it's just the funniest thing to me because, you know, it's always that one person that asks you the most dumbest question ever. I used to see some of them in my comments. I mean, if you're one of those people, and I mean that guy or that girl, do y'all have a life, man? Like, why do you feel it's your prerogative to come out here and be that one? Don't be the one. Don't be the one.
Ask me. That is the dumbest question you can ever ask a revolutionary Pan-Africanist.
Facts, man.
That is the dumbest question. She said, why do you care? Lord have mercy.
That's all they
You don't know anything about Pan-Africanism, do you? You don't know anything about Pan-African nationalism. We are about the complete and total liberation, independence, and salvation of the African race.
Talk that. Talk that.
Everything is my business, sister, because we are one. There is no you without me. There is no me without you. Ubuntu, brothers and sisters.
By the way, that same sister asking Dr. Umar, why does he care, will be the same one commenting when one of these sports playing brothers hook up with Becky with the good hair over there. They'll be the first ones. Now, again, I don't necessarily tell y'all to go do all that, you know, get you a Becky or whatever. But again, me personally, I could care less. That's y'all prerogative. But homegirl will be one of the first ones to have all these arguments ready to post and go back and forth with. They be the same one asking you, why do you care? when it's the other way around. I just noticed that. That's all.
Sisters. I am because we are. What do you mean, why do I care? I am because we are. What do you mean, why do I care? I am because we are. What do you mean, why do I care?
All right, man. Stop this repeating stuff, man.
We can fix the rainbow ganging with the sisters overnight. We can fix the rainbow ganging amongst our beautiful African sisters. All we got to do is bring a strong man into that partnership.
They got
and that man will raise the consciousness of those sisters.
While I agree,
I said the XY.
While I agree, that lesbian couple would have to agree to that first. They would have to allow that first, because you can't just come in unless you got good game and that finesse is on point. Other than that, I'm just saying, I feel like this is going to be a higher detriment of a lot of women stuck with dogs. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, and a lot of women just hooking up with each other. I'm not going to share my, insight about that, but I see it. I see it happening over and over again.
I will raise the consciousness of the two sisters with the double X chromosome. I said the alpha male with the XY will raise the consciousness of the two sisters with the double X. And he will be able to transform that love for each other from a romantic love into a sisterly love. The right black man will transform that romantic love that the two women have. He will transform that from a romantic love to a sisterly love.
Naturally, of
and,
course.
and he will now become the object of the romantic love. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Every lesbian couple is a polygynous marriage waiting to happen. Every lesbian couple is potentially a heterosexual polygynous kingdom waiting to happen. I said every lesbian.
And all of us men, I don't know, well, I'll speak for myself. Growing up, I've always had this fantasy when I was younger of seeing if I could change a woman's patterns or behaviors of being a lesbian and see if she still want to go on that other side. But hey, that's a fantasy a lot of us had, a lesbian relationship. Let me come and split that up, man. But
lesbian black couple in America is potentially a heterosexual polygynous kingdom. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters.
I agree.
Oh, yes. It's all Africans will be free or no Africans will be free.
Again, did y'all see the Brat's wife, man? Those are hips for taking some good stuff in, man. I'm sorry. She got childbearing hips. I don't know if she have children or not, but the Brat herself looked good too. I'm just saying that whole lesbian movement, and y'all could think I'm knocking it down for whatever, but I always think they have the potential of allowing all that in and mental component apart. That whole thought process of being gay or whatever, I just think a man has the potential of splitting all that up. Now, if it's two brothers that's doing their thing with each other, I don't think a sister has the control of splitting that up, because it takes a lot of lines across for two men to engage in those acts. But two women, yeah, man, a brother got the potential of splitting that whole component apart, yo.
I cannot be a racist, my Neanderthal. And why are you on this? This is a private meeting for the African family.
Yeah,
Can you
Becky,
please respect my right to converse with members of my race? I'm going to ask all Neanderthals to relieve yourself of your duty of distracting African people from our God-given destiny. I'm going to ask all Neanderthals right now. I know you support me. You're a fan. Okay, I understand you're an Ifa Tunde fan.
Umar
I know that.
Yo.
And let me say this to the European queens who keep filling up my inbox. You can stop it. I don't need to see that you got.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It will be some crazy breaking news. Not even about that other gotcha moment with the doctor and the snow bunny that was at a kiosk in the mall. That was fake news. But it will be crazy if I ever find out this brother, the way he go in on snow bunnies. Let me find out Dr. Umar, the good Marcus Garvey descendant, I'm sorry, Frederick Douglass descendant is breaking Becky with a piece of something. Let me find that out. Let me find that out, man.
Got an ass like a black woman. I don't need to see you got hips like a black woman. I don't need to see you got lips like a black woman. I don't need to see that you curvy like a black woman. You are not the black woman. You do not have the mitochondrial DNA. See, let me explain something to you.
Hey.
No
That's deep. Y'all go check that out. For real, for real. That was a powerful statement. That's deep.
disrespect Italian queens. No disrespect Irish queens. No disrespect Greek queens. No disrespect European Jewish queens. No disrespect Anglo-Saxon queens. But I need you to understand. When a black man makes love to a snow bunny, there's no cosmic energy in that. You have original man
Asiatic black
entertaining his lust in the non-original woman. There's no spiritual activation when an African man lays with a bunny. No disrespect. Two different races. But when a black man lays down with a black woman,
it's powerful.
When we make love to our own women, that's magic.
Powerful.
That's magic. When I lay down with a butter almond queen, when I lay down with a butter pecan, with a caramel, with a chocolate fudge, with an African vanilla, when I lay down with a hot peanut butter and a warm pistachio, that is sexual magic. A white woman you can never understand.
All right. If y'all want to go see that, man, you can check it out, man. I was sharing some of this video from, I guess, Instagram live streams. If you can look over here at the bottom, go check them out, man. It was interesting. That's all I'll say. But, you know, he was getting off topic with the whole the Brat thing. And we still got unfinished business as far as commentary on it. So let's get back to that. And I just want to share my opinions with y'all real quick. Now, the Brat and her wife has the right to go with whichever donor they deem fit to their liking for themselves and their child at that. But, however, Jessica Dupart came out and said it was about the lack thereof of black male sperms. And let me just say this for those of you that think that's a doubt. Nah, man, that's very, very true. There's actually a want and need of black male sperm donors, you know. But initially, many black men and some women took note to the Brat joking, you know, on the radio show about basically the one candidate that was black, which was there. She called him Jiminy Cricket. Hey, to each his own. Everybody got their own optics of how they see things. Maybe they didn't feel it was the best fit for their child. You know, I personally didn't find the joke funny. See, as men, we cannot make the same jokes, you know, specifically about situation as deep as mixed children, etc., parenting and all of that, because we would be came at in such a vindictive manner. Like it would be the mob coming out to lynch you. You feel me? That no one would find it funny, a black man making statements about a black woman like that. But hey, these black females can get away with that. And one of the reasons there's not a lot of black males, you know, with the whole sperm donor thing, I think it's because a lot of black men are inclined to think the way I thought when I was younger and had an opportunity to donate my sperm. It's the whole idea of a child or plural children running around here that I've fathered and I have no ties to them. They don't know if I exist, if I'm dead. They won't know anything about me. And specifically, no offense to a couple that is in a homosexual relationship. So now that child already has to go through that hurdle of dealing with having two mommies or two daddies. Well, and let's just stick to this situation, having two mommies. And then you got to explain, you know, why daddy's not in the picture. I don't need that type of stress on my mind. And I just feel like a lot of black men are uncomfortable with that idea. That's what I really think. I don't really think it's just a vetting process where we're being rejected necessarily, which that is a part of it. But overall, a lot of black men were not raised in that mindset of, hey, this is normal. I don't know about y'all. For me personally, I still find it uncomfortable to dump nut in a cup and then give it up like that. And boom, some woman or multiple go have my children and I have nothing to do with that in terms of rearing the child. Nah, I'm not cool with that. See, I'm personally not trying to give two flying Fs about what the brat and her thick old wife got going on. And yes, Lord, she's built real healthy and heavy. I gotta admit that. But still, brothers, for every woman that takes this route, listen carefully. For every woman that takes this route, whether gay or heterosexual, let them feed the optics or narrative that white zaddy makes the prime choice overall of being the better, parent, the one with the better genetics. It's an overall view in this nation anyways. Let them feel that, because worldwide, historically, not just nationally, but worldwide and historically, Black women are still out there that wants Black men, that wants Black children. Never, ever forget that. Please do not be misled by all the BS that's going on to keep us off our course. Stay focused, brothers. Gravitating away. Hopefully you like this. Subscribe, share, but always, always, please keep coming back.
If it's love, I want everything. Touch my soul, touch my heart, don't judge my mental. They told me that life is simple, been real since Papa Pimple. I saw that out in the Renault Sonata, the presidential. Speak once and listen twice. They told me that less is simple.